What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Cars, Costs, and Technology. Today we're going to be discussing the Corvette and why I believe it's the most iconic American-made sports car available. Obviously, I'm a little biased in this matter since I do own a Corvette, but I am going to point out some facts and some history to help substantiate that opinion. For those of you that are not Corvette enthusiasts and you feel like there may be another car that could take the throne away from the Corvette as America's favorite sports car, let me know in the comments what you think it is and why you feel like it could beat out the Corvette for that title. Now, for this specific video, I won't be including any information about the Corvette ZR1, C7 Corvette ZR1 that is, or the C8 Corvette, since at the time of this recording there's no confirmed information in regard to pricing, availability, performance figures. I have a feeling these cars are going to be amazing and really blow away the competitors, but at the moment the information isn't confirmed yet. So for the time being, as much as I don't want to, I'm going to leave these cars out of this video and this comparison. But it is an awesome time to be a Corvette enthusiast. I think that these cars are going to be incredible, and I'm really excited to see what they have in store for us. Hopefully I can update this video or do something comparable when more information is available on those cars. So for now, let's go ahead and discuss what we do know. And the first thing I want to touch on is the fact that the Corvette is actually the longest produced American sports car, which is a pretty awesome achievement. From 1953, with a small gap in 1983, all the way to 2018, and still counting, the Corvette has been a steady performer and consistently produced in the U.S. And to celebrate that, GM's actually doing a Carbon 65 package, which is going to look really cool. It's got a lot of carbon fiber accents. Unfortunately, it's about $15,000, and it's only available on the Grand Sport and the Z06, but I think that'll definitely make for a very rare and collectible car, so definitely keep your eye out for that. But like I said, 65 years of production, huge achievement, and for me as a Corvette owner, I'm very proud to say it's the longest produced American sports car. Next, you have the Mustang, which also has a very strong history there, produced from 1965 to 2018, making it actually the longest consecutively produced American sports car, or muscle car, if you will, since there was no gap in the middle like the Corvette had. Next car I want to talk about on this list is actually the Dodge Viper down at the bottom. Now, obviously, this car doesn't have quite the lineage or the history of, say, the Corvette or the Mustang, but I've always been a huge fan of this car. It felt like it was a very strong and innovative American sports car, supercar, and I hate to see that it's ending production in 2017. Hopefully Dodge will end up bringing it back in the future like they did in 2013, but for the time being, they're letting us know that this is the end of the Dodge Viper, and it's just sad to see it go. Like I said, I've always felt like it was a very strong competitor to the Corvette. I think because the pricing was always a little bit higher, it just didn't quite catch on as mainstream as the Corvette did. But you know, things like the Viper ACR were just world renowned for their performance, and it's really upsetting to see this car ending production. But first car I want to compare the Corvette to as a modern sports car or supercar is the new Ford GT. This car has been getting a lot of attention. I know a lot of people are posting a lot of information about it, so I wanted to kind of compare that to the top tier Corvette, which is obviously the best available in the world of Corvette. Now, with the Corvette Z06 starting around $80,000, it's a great value, but when you look at the Ford G starting at $450,000, it's hard to imagine what could be that much better to charge that much more for it. In addition to the price being significantly higher, you actually have to apply to purchase this car. I've heard a lot of people that are pretty irate online that they owned a previous Ford GT and didn't even get approved to buy the new one. So apparently their review process is very, very difficult to get approved to purchase this car, which is sad. You know, I hate that it's going that way. They're only making 250 units per year for 4 years, or a total of 1,000 units. So the likelihood of seeing one, never mind owning one of these cars, is pretty slim, and that's too bad because I think it's a great car. But because of this, I feel like it cannot take away, you know, America's favorite sports car title from the Corvette. In addition to this, I'm very confused why they went with a 3.5 liter twin turbocharged V6. You would think that being labeled an EcoBoost that it would be for fuel efficiency, but if you look at the data, this actually gets worse fuel economy than the Corvette Z06's 6.2 liter V8 with almost double the displacement. So I'm not really sure why they went that route or why it has such poor fuel efficiency. I know they were trying to get weight savings by going with the V6, but to me, that's kind of counterproductive to have worse fuel economy in a V6 than a much larger V8. But anyway, guys, so the next car I want to discuss is the Dodge Challenger Demon. Obviously, this car has been getting a lot of hype, and Dodge did a really good job building awareness around this car. I've already made one video talking about my initial impressions on the car, but I just want to compare it to the Z06 and kind of as a whole, let you guys know how I feel about this car. Dodge is very obvious about it, and they're making it very clear that this is designed specifically for drag racing. So in my opinion, it's kind of a one-trick pony. Now, it's a very, very good at that one trick that it does, but in my opinion, it's difficult to make this a well-rounded, great value car when it really is only excellent at one thing. You know, where you look at the Z06, it's going to perform really well on a drag strip as well, but you can also take it to the track, you can daily drive it. You know, it's got a lot more to it than just one awesome feature that it can do better than the rest of its competitors. So I think the Demon is an awesome car, and my hat's off to them for innovating and creating such a unique car, but I don't think that it can take away the title as America's favorite just simply because it's such a limited car. And what it is excellent at, which is drag racing, it's actually banned from. You know, most NHRA drag strips are not even going to allow you to run this car because it needs a roll cage because of the speed. So, you know, again, I feel like it's kind of limited. It's going to end up being more of like a collector's car than it will be a real-world performer, just simply because of the limitations on the, you know, the roll cage requirement, and obviously it's probably not going to be the fastest track car. So it's kind of my opinion on that car, but like I said, I think it's incredible nonetheless. Next car that I want to talk about is the Shelby GT350, or the Mustang lineup in general. For those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, I was actually thinking about purchasing a Shelby GT350 before I got my Corvette. They're very similar in terms of performance, but I was asked one question by a friend, and it kind of stuck in my head, and that is, how many teenage girls do you know that own a Corvette, and how many teenage girls do you know that own a Mustang? Now, obviously, if you're a car guy, you can look at a Shelby GT350 and tell right away that that is hands down way cooler looking than one of the 6-cylinder or 4-cylinder Mustangs. But, you know, you can't help but let that resonate with you that, you know, a car that cost about the third of what yours did, has a third of the horsepower of what yours does, or you know, whatever the figure may be, it looks almost identical other than some aggressive aero and, you know, the louder exhaust. So I mean, that to me is just kind of tough, and I know for many it shouldn't take away the experience or the prestige around the Mustang, but I can't help but feel like it's undermined the value of the brand, to me at least. But outside of that, I mean, Ford has done an excellent job marketing this brand. It's super successful and sells like crazy, but I don't think that it has quite the prestige to make it the most iconic sports car out of America, despite it being probably one of the most successful. But like I said, not to take away from the car, I just feel like that the brand lineup as a whole has been undermined somewhat by the lower end cars. So with that being said, guys, I want to take a moment to thank all of you who sent me pictures of your cars. Take a moment to share your photos. First up, I've got a friend all the way from Israel that shared a photo on Instagram of his C7 Corvette. Beautiful background, so I appreciate you sharing that. His info will be in the description if you want to check him out on Instagram. Next, we've got Austin Page here on Twitter that reached out to me and shared a picture of his awesome C7 Corvette with the Z51 package. Really good looking car, so thanks for sharing that, man. Check him out on Twitter. His info will be in the description. If you want to share a photo of your car with me, check me out on Instagram, Twitter, or email it to me. I really appreciate it. I enjoy hearing the stories about the cars and sharing it with the rest of the channel here. Now, at the time of this recording, it is actually Memorial Day, so I just want to take a moment to say Happy Memorial Day to everyone. If you lost someone serving our country, a friend or family member, you will be in my prayers, and, you know, we'll never forget what they've done for our country and fighting for our freedom. So I just want to say thank you very much to all those of you that have served, or if you've lost a friend or family member, they will not be forgotten, and we greatly appreciate their service to our country. So once again, guys, Happy Memorial Day. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Obviously, it's just my opinion. You're welcome to share yours in the comments, but give the video a like if you agree and enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for more Corvette content, and as always, guys, I appreciate your support. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.